Alright, what's up YouTube? So today's vlog is gonna be a maintenance day. Scag Cheetah is getting its blades done. They're really freaking dull. And it is really wet out today. It's got like 4 inches of rain today. Okay, so the underside of the Cheetah is horrendous because I was mowing it in the rain yesterday. And I really haven't cleaned it in a little while, but it hasn't really been wet. So it's needs cleaning. I can't do that in the garage. Alright, so while I was doing the blades, I noticed that one of them was bent again. I don't know how it happened this time. So I got all my blades sharp. The new one came really sharp, surprisingly. So in order to keep the new one, the newest one, safe, I'm putting it in the middle, putting the older ones on the ends, because those are the only ones that usually hit something, are usually on the edges. Like if you, I know I hit a curb. My front caster slipped over the curb and just enough to drop the front down, and it rubbed the top of the curb. That might have done it. But that really didn't nick it up. That just barely skimmed the top. It actually made it sharper, surprisingly. Okay, so right now I'm doing the oil change on the Scag. This is the plug that goes in the pipe down here. I broke the O-ring that's right here. It's supposed to be right here. So I'm going to put some thread sealant tape, I forget what it's called, Teflon tape, on the threads here and seal it that way. Because I really don't feel like going back to the dealer for something they probably don't even have right off. And that should seal it just the same. And it's not like do this all the time. Maybe next time I'll buy a O-ring. As long as it's not leaking, that's all that matters. Alright, there we go. Got the Teflon tape on the threads here. That should do the sealing. Now, knowing my YouTube audience as I do, someone's going to comment with 150 reasons why I shouldn't have done this and should have bought my O-ring. But that should work, so we'll go from there. There's the old filter, 41916, 11.1 hours, 9/29/16, 99.7 hours. How's it going, YouTube? Friday morning, still raining, still wet out, still really cold. Really cold, like I'm freezing wearing this too. Birds are happy. So we're gonna go out and take a look at a commercial property for plowing. I already gave the numbers for plowing, but they want a contract for everything. So the plowing numbers were easy because it was on an hourly basis. So that I can just give them on the spot. It's real simple, real easy to do. Just come up with an hourly number you want for your truck, an hourly number you want for a snowblower guy, an hourly number you want for pretty much everything, and a price per ton for the salt. It's that simple, and that's how they wanted it. So I do have my keys, so that worked out. Now for everything else, they want a mowing price, they want a mulch price, they want a spring cleanup price, they want a fertilization price, which I'll either choice number 1 over the winter, get my certification, become licensed in the fertilization world, which is a possibility. Whether I'll do it, I really don't know, because I don't have that much interest in that. I've talked that over with a friend. Neither one of us really think it's that big of a thing to get into around here, but that's an option. Otherwise I'll subcontract it out. But I'm gonna go visit the property. It's raining, so I'll try to record some and probably just be honest with you of what's gonna go down on the price wise. Alright, so this is the property. I have to bid on bush trimming here, mulch, maintenance, snow plowing, already done. Everything goes over to the open field. I need to actually physically get out and walk the property other than just the parking lot. And of course it's raining. There's mulch beds there. I don't even know how much mulch they have on this building, other than, okay, there. They keep it well maintained. It's good to know. There's a loading dock back here. If I was in the Ford, I could have made that turn. Okay, along the side of the building there's a little bit. I'm gonna get up here and actually park. Okay, so we're on site here. It's kind of a little bit bigger than it looks when you're walking it. I think I said that backwards. It's a little bit bigger when you're walking it than it is when you're driving it. There's all these sidewalks. It's good to get a feel for this too. Because during snow, all this got to be done and safe. With the wind, it'll probably be blown up against the building. So basically, you got to consider all this be shoveled, which is per hour. That's, I guess, a good thing. Everything here is per hour pertaining to snow. One thing I did forget was my tape measure. Really should get a wheel measure for this place. Okay, so right now I'm just looking for any more small bushes. It said in the contract ornamental trees get cut each year, and it kind of looks like it, so I don't know. What would one of these go for? About between $75 a piece? That'd be what I would bid it at. 50, 75 a piece. I want to get the contract, and I don't do trees, so. Woo! It's cold out there! I don't know what the temperature is, but it's probably like 50 freaking degrees out, and it's raining and windy. That's pretty cold out. So, alright, I did everything. I got the mowing price. I have the bush trimming price, the ornamental tree price. So, this is the contract, their contract. You just fill in the information. So, turf mowing of all areas weekly during growing season or as needed. Height 3 to 3.5 inches during growing season. However, it shall never exceed or never be lower than 3 inches. Mowing performed on blah 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 blah. All that crap. Each week you are to maintain the weeds in the bed. So, total price per mowing. Estimated number of mowings based on acreage, and it said somewhere in here everything's based on 30 mowings. So flip the page. Landscape maintenance, spring cleanup scheduled between March 15th and May 1st. All that crap. Mulch has to be done by May 15th at a depth of 2 inches. So they want the total price for the mulch and the spring cleanup. Shrub trimming, shrubbery and tree trimming. Shrub and ornamental trees shall be trimmed as needed or as directed by the board, but shall not exceed 2 times per year, spring and fall. Remove all new growth to maintain shape of plant and size by machine or hand trimming. Fall cleanup. Basically, it's pretty simple. There's really no flowers. There'll be a little bit of leaves off those bushes. There's just those trees. There's not many leaves. So it'll be a one-time deal. Cut everything back that there is to cut back, that there's not much. Bag up all the debris that's in the grass. That's fairly straightforward. So then that, total cost. And they want the estimated yards of mulch and the total and everything. And then this is just all the contract gizmos. Okay, so I just got back to the truck, put the heat on, it's freezing. So I got all the information I need, I think. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I just need spring and fall cleanup, which is basically just going to be a lick it and stick it. Because there's nothing really to do. But I got the mulch. So I'm going to go home, run the calculations, and try to put this into a contract and see if I can win it. I want the mulch, or the plowing. I don't particularly, well, I'll take the other work, but what I want is the plowing. And now that I actually look at it, I'm thinking it's probably best to have 2 snow blowers here. There's some crap in the back that I didn't even know about. Which, not a huge deal, because everything's done hourly, so if it takes longer, that's a good thing. But I'm thinking at least 2 snow blowers here, a shovel guy, so probably 3. I mean, it doesn't hurt to have extra because everything's being built per hour. So I have